Darrelle Revis is considered a top 3 corner of all time. There might be one guy that people will take in front of him, and that's Deion Sanders. And there are quite a few of them, okay? There's so many good corners and safeties, and I guess you could say thoroughbreds because they could play multiple positions. But I will say this. When you go on social media and you attack not only 2 fantastic corners for the New York Jets, but your former coach in Bill Belichick that has won 6 Super Bowls, not because of you, by the way, and you want to throw Bill Belichick also under the bus, that he thinks that Bill thinks that Mac Jones is Tom Brady, which is ridiculous, and I don't think Bill Belichick thinks that. But if I sit here and I'm Darrelle Revis, and I hear this, and this is silly, because I was just and going to be inducted as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Let me ask you this question. How many first ballot corners have been inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame? Let me ask you that, Asante. Probably a handful. And Darrelle Revis is one of those handfuls. Where are you? Are you a future Hall of Famer? Are you ever going to get into the Hall of Fame? Honestly, I understand you won Super Bowls. Great. So did Darrelle Revis with your New England Patriots. So you can't say he's never won a Super Bowl and he had nothing to do with it because they had the best secondary in football with Browner and Revis. So you can't even say that. But then you go after a kid who played 1 season and did something that, I don't know, maybe, I don't even know if one corner's ever done what he did.
Not his rookie year.
He was an all-pro player. He was defensive rookie of the year, and he helped his team play decent because of the bad quarterback play. They had the top 5 defense, and one of the main reasons is because of him and DJ Reed. You want to attack the old guy, as Revis Island meant nothing to you. You didn't say anything about Richard Sherman because he'd punch you in the chin if you had to say something. Darrelle Revis doesn't go on podcasts. I mean, he doesn't have a podcast. He don't give a crap. He was just on the Jake Asman show. He comes and he goes. He doesn't really speak. He doesn't really have anything to say. He never really had anything to say on the field, as what we've heard from people. He just went out there and punched you in the chin. He made sure you felt that he was on the field. And that's why a lot of quarterbacks, including your man, Tom Brady, said that Darrelle Revis is the greatest corner he's ever played against. But then you go on social media 10 years after that and attack this guy and say, oh, it's because of the New York media. They help your career grow. They give you the energy and give you another level of superstardom. Really? Because all I've ever heard over the years is that New York media helps or hurts mostly every single superstar that plays in New York. And what I mean by help, they bring you up to tear you right back down. They have done this to Eli Manning, who won 2 Super Bowls for the New York Giants. They have done this to, I don't know, Patrick Ewing, that was a part of one of the greatest New York Knicks teams of all time. And even though they never won, they were a dominant force in the 90s. One of the top 4 teams in the NBA. How about Henrik Lundqvist, who everybody called him the king and put him down because he just could never show up in the playoffs. Meanwhile, he took a crappy Ranger team all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. Do you want me to go on? Do you want me to attack every single New York player? How about Alex Rodriguez?
Oh, yeah.
Alex Rodriguez, yes, he cheated. Yes, he did steroids. So did everybody else. And half the players that we've had on the show said steroids should be allowed in baseball. But nevertheless, Alex Rodriguez won 2 MVPs with the New York Yankees. He probably in the, 9 years as a Yankee, batted over 300 or close to 300. Hit close to 300 home runs. Was a shutdown defender at third base when he never played third base in his career. And did everything that he needed to do in 2009 to help you win a championship.